Yeah.
Gotta be careful.
I should go to the hospital.
No. Yo.
Hey. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Ah, you're back.
Um...
All right.
There's no one here. Please head to the exam room. Okay. Which one? Oh, you don't need anything? You want that one? Thanks. Should work. Oh, okay. You want that one? You don't need anything? Should work. Here you go. You want that one? Oh, okay. Should work. You don't need anything? Take care.
Well then.
My sandal has come undone! You're too slow. Unless you can move at the speed of light, you'll never be able to go back to the future!
Ah, you're back.
It's somewhere.
Please consider what I have to say. You. I see.
Are you stupid?
Searching all along,
Wish I'd stayed home.
confessing while alone.
Not interested.
Don't make fun of me. What would you like?
Hey!
Thank you very much. Now then. Wanna head back?
Hey, we're all here. Huh?
Next. I'm counting on you. Okay. What do you want to do? You've worked hard. How are you feeling? Want to head back? Well then. Well then. Yes.
This is it.
Exactly.
Madame Sae Nijima, a great sinner of jealousy. You have lost yourself amidst your obsession with success. For its sake, you are even willing to promote injustice as justice. From...
I found it in our mailbox.
To think they would send me... They brand me a criminal and plan to change my heart? What nonsense! They only care about disposing of those who are an inconvenience for them. Fine.
And when you do, some kind of underground room, was it?
Why do you ask?
Oh, I just remembered.
That's right. It will be in a special interrogation room underground. My time will be limited, but I will do whatever it takes to make them divulge.
fair and square.
I'll head up to my room then.
I'm sorry for calling so late. This is Nijima. There's something I need to inform. I received a calling card from the... Stand by. And you've transferred command of the investigation to someone else? No, of course. I'll remain on standby until...
Okay. Okay.
Where have
The day has come. Are you all prepared?
Let us go.
Now, let's settle the score. We can't afford to lose. Let's go.
It's showtime.
It's not a case. I'm out of Rome, and I challenge you. I'm not a fan. I'm in your face, and I'm here to see.
Let's go.
Right before your eyes, what just multiply? Got the flame right. It's time. As the flower grows, try to stop the show. Life as well will shine. Stop time.
Whoa!
So you know that we out there, swatting lights in the making. Can't move fast, we not breaking. Can't hold on right for change. And our voices ring out there. To the mask of the
What kind of game will it be this time? No matter what you bring out, we will emerge victorious.
You're making a grave mistake if you think you have me cornered. I only guided you here because this place allows me to fight to my heart's content.
Sis.
When my father died in the line of duty, I hated his killer from the bottom of my heart. Dying to uphold justice sounds virtuous, but the ones left behind have to clean up the mess. Can you imagine the hardships I had to endure?
Perhaps I had overestimated her. I thought her reasoning would have been more noble somehow.
She's lost control. This is wrong.
Justice cannot yield to evil. I must win, no matter what.
This is nothing more than self-righteousness.
All we need to do to determine who is right is battle. Now, why don't we begin?
What?
Is this?
A clash of brute strength is simply uncalled for on this stage.
What is she intending?
No more coins or playing games! We ain't following your damn rules!
Oh, you will. There is no room for negotiation. You will know soon enough.
What was that?
Now come at me!
You'll save her, right?
All right. right, everyone. Be on alert.
Let's do this fair and square.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do this fair and square.
What the?
Now let us play a game of root. Of course, acts of violence are forbidden.
We already told you.
That's fine by me. Such
There's a penalty for not spinning the roulette. What should we do?
You will predict which pocket now.
I'm almost positive she's going to try and cheat. We should go along with the game for now and try to gain it.
I agree.
Well? Have you made your decision?
We lost. Really? I see. You're right. It did seem like the
How human.
Let's catch her in the... Have someone's... You're in charge. We...
Leave it to me.
I'll show off my... Yep.
Let's do this fair and square.
The stuff... That must mean the...
Persona!
The sniper is in their designated spot.
Very well. Well, how will... Hopefully you're
What was that about fair and square? You were totally cheating. You coward. What are you so quiet for?
Shut up! Shut up!
What the?
Cheating? Unfair? If you want a fair fight, then to hell with the game! I'll crush you by force. Fair and square.
So this is her true nature? We're finally back to a normal...
Die on my blade!
She's way more powerful than before, so don't underestimate her. I'll cut you off!
I will win!
Persona! Ah!
Die, die, die!
Joker got knocked down! Okay, time for a comeback!
Go down!
Persona! Ah!
I'm grateful.
Oh, that's a big help! Persona! Ha!
My skills exceed yours.
As long as you win, it doesn't matter what methods you... Don't you all think the same? Your...
It's not for us.
I will win! I never lose, even in games of pure luck.
So she's not... This may be a good opportunity for us, Joker.
Persona!
totally be on the side of the victim.
Taking aim.
Long I can win. That's all that matters.
The enemy's tower is rapidly increasing! No.
Persona!
So I've lost.
Sis!
That's only a shadow.
Quiet!
Sorry.
We'll go grab.
Makoto?
I don't think it's wrong to bring light to evils which can't be judged by law. That's all the Phantom, but these aggressive investigations... Please! You have to think back to the feelings you had when you first wanted to be a prosecutor. Think about your justice, sis.
My justice.
Try to remember how you...
How?
Nijima-san, what caused them to change?
Even though their own desires were the cause, is there another reason they don't know of?
We found it.
The investigation will now be able to proceed. The suspicions against you will be lifted as well. This deal we made was a great experience for me. To think that I, a detective, would act alongside the Phantom Thieves. By no means. That was part of our promise. You haven't forgotten.
Alright, we don't need to stay here any... Are you alright? I am. Huh? Enemy readings! When did they... They're gathering up...
For real? What the hell's going on?
Look at those numbers.
This doesn't look good. We defeated the palace ruler and even stole the treasure, yet the shadows are still restless. It doesn't make any sense. There are more coming? This'll be dangerous if we don't do something. Huh? We need to go now. Those guys in black suits are almost here. A team this large would be discovered immediately. We had best... Although... No, that's too... Joker? Are you planning on
Let him do it, Queen. He's quiet, but once his mind's made up, he's not gonna take no for an answer. I'm sure you ain't gonna die. It's you we're talking about here.
Please don't do anything reckless, okay?
There's someone here.
Hey, up there! He's here. Move it immediately.
Good. Now get running!
This is our only chance.
Stay calm. You can get away now. We'll retrieve the briefcase on our end. Don't worry about us. But I have to say, showing yourself above that crowd earlier was an excellent move. Nice work as always, Joker.
There he is!
Just run, get up! Okay, the enemy's focus is on him. Looks like the rest of us can slip away. Everyone remember where we're meeting up?
Stop right there!
Get away.
Take him down, Joker!
You have progressed well through your recollections. Last spring, you awakened to this furious power. Now, use that power and defeat the enemies before you!
Comparing power levels. Get him, Joker! Everyone else, head to position. Use for speed.
Your fate will soon be determined. Recall everything. Remember the bonds you have forged with your friends. If you are fated to continue past this point, then we shall surely meet again.
Okay, pull out before their backup gets here. Good. You defeated them with ease. More of them? Joker, behind you! Go through that... All right!
Come on, man.
I'm okay!
It's not a game. I'm not a robot, and I challenge you.
No problem. You're quick!
Where'd he go? I can't confirm the intruder's location.
Huh? What? All right!
He's not alone. Find them and kill them all.
Something wrong? The exit should be up ahead.
You're there.
That's just how it is. After that commotion, the bottom floor's completely closed off. Hey, can you make it?
Over there. There's nowhere to run.
See ya.
What a show off. You're so reckless, you know that? Enemies here?
What's wrong?
These readings. It can't be.
What happened?
An ambush? Joker, can you handle this?
Joker!
Oh no!
Capture him! Let's go! Go, go, go! Get over there! Stop struggling! Suspect secure!
Didn't expect to find some kid. You have your teammate to thank for this. You were sold out.
Suspect confirmed. Cuff it!
Guess the drug was too strong. Wake him up. No dozing off. You still don't get it, do you? Give it up! Come on, cooperate. What? You want another shot? Huh? What about the camera? Are you thinking it can be used as video evidence? So you're not that dumb. Which is good. Because we get to take as much time as we need. Obstruction of justice, blackmail, defamation, possession of weapons. Manslaughter too, yeah? Talk about the works. To think that all those crimes were led by a punk like this. And you seem to be enjoying every second of it. Huh? You should know your place. Sign here. It's a confession under your name. Don't expect to walk out of here in one piece. We are going to make you understand. One must take full responsibility for their actions.
Excuse me, but this area's off.
I'm Nijima from the Public Prosecutor's Office.
The prosecutor's office?
Just let me through. It's urgent.
Nijima-san, I believe this case is no longer in your jurisdiction. Besides...
You prosecutor sign Nijima? There's a call from your director. Hurry and get it over with.
I thought I ordered you to stand by.
I'm responsible for this case, yet
I'm calling because I knew you'd bring it up.
I will not be convinced unless I confirm it for myself. This is my...
I won't be expecting much, though.
Prosecutor, I forgot. Your time will be cut short. We can't permit you to talk with him for long. It's for your own sake. His methods are unknown.
I understand.
Well done on making it this far, inmate. Now that you have traversed your long, perilous recollection, you truly have entered the present. The effects of that drug are gonna wear off soon. This is your golden opportunity. You must grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin. The evil influence who wishes you dead is fast approaching. If you want to win this unreasonable game, if you wish to take back your stolen... Recall the bonds you formed with your allies, and grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin.
Ha 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 ha.
I see. So that's what led to your ending up here. What a disappointing end to the hero of justice. I still can't believe it. But I now have a general idea of the methods you used for your crimes. There's much more I'd like to ask, but... I do have a... Care to strike a deal? If you cooperate with me, I'll consider lightening your sentence. I have a responsibility to solve this case. Your operation was leaked and you failed to change my heart. There's no point in being obstinate now. You've corrupted the order of this country and caused an uprising against its very existence. You'll most likely be given life imprisonment or the death penalty. Unless you accept my proposal. Going forward, I will read a list of people who are closest. Tell me honestly whether or not... First, the friend who you've... So you won't sell out your friends. Then let me change the question. I find it hard to believe that high schoolers could have pulled off these crimes. Were there not others outside of your direct group? Not to repeat myself, but remember that your life... You had the cooperation... Can you tell me about... I see. So you won't speak a word about either your teammates or your collaborators. Do you even understand the position? Let's discuss one other person. There are reports that he was acting alongside. Might he be a part? So Goro Akechi wasn't one of you. So be it. You clearly have no intention of Even now, you're still acting as though your teammates have Why won't you talk? Don't be ridiculous. You're the one who's made wrong choice. Justice? Then tell me. Saving others? What an awfully simple response. You continue to stand firm. You're right. We have nothing. And it does. But many people have fallen victim. The truth, huh? I don't even know what's right anymore. After all this, you're still... Are you listening? The side effects of the truth serum should be wearing off. I won't be deceived by such a poor act.
Realized it too then. It was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
Hey. Can you hear me? It seems your mind is clearing up. But unfortunately, although I find your story to be quite interesting, I won't... Huh? What are you getting at? That's right. No matter the results of... I even had to call in a large favor just to conduct this
So, how did that thing we asked you to look into? Nijima mentioned a special interrogation room, didn't she? Good. It looks like...
Hey. Hey, are you listening? Our time's up. Goodbye. Do you mean this interrogation room? Why wouldn't I know Anyhow, there's something that's been bothering me for... Recently, I was removed from my post as head of this investigation. A short while later, I received word you were caught in the act. But that was all I was told. You were told someone sold... If that's true, who...
My suspicions were true in the end. Still, to think his true intention was to sell us out. All that's left is to figure out a way to hand it over. It's all up to you, leader. Okay then. Giving him the phone without arousing suspicion will be easier said than done. We'll be counting on you to...
What's wrong? Might you have an idea as to... Yes, very well. Go on. If you know something, you must tell me. I won't... You mean this? I've been told the lock on it is quite complicated, but it's only a matter of time until... What's so important about this? Are you going to unlock it and show...
Let's let her sleep. She hasn't slept for days while she's been getting that app ready. Now we gotta figure out a way to show him... That's right. I'm sure Makoto and the other... We need to show it to the true culprit.
Hey! What are you trying... And what about... The traitor?
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life.
Please. I need you to be clear with me. Who am I? What do... My God. You're referring to him, aren't you? What are you plotting? But it appears my time is up. This will be my... Very well. I've listened to your whole... And that honest look in your eyes. I used to view the world the same way too once. I'll place my bet on... I just need to show him the phone.
All right. All right.
I'll be going now. What good will this do, though? Akechi-kun?
Why do you seem so surprised?
I needed my director to step in to get access, and I was directly responsible for this case. How did you get...
For the same reason you did. I am heading up the investigation team after all.
They assigned you command?
That was a joke, of course. I am surprised it's this far underground, though. There aren't any others incarcerated here, yes? Nobody would ever know if things got a little...
If I remember correctly, didn't you say there was another culprit besides the Phantom Thieves?
That was but a lie I spread to set them up. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that I had deceived you too, Sai-san. After all, if you wish to trick your enemies, you must first trick your allies.
So it was you. You're the one who sold out the Phantom Thieves. I need you to be... My God. You're referring...
Is there a problem?
Akechi-kun, does this phone look familiar to you?
Hmm? What is this phone?
It belonged to the leader of the Phantom Thieves. I believe you'll need it for your investigation.
Not personally. I was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves myself, remember?
True. This is undoubtedly a great accomplishment. Good luck in there.
Foolish woman. May I ask that you accompany me? Going...
Huh? What are you...
I owe you for all of this. Thanks. That's right. You and your little friends were vital to our plan, and now it will be completed. Your popularity truly was quite stunning. That just made using you all the more worthwhile. Have you finally pieced it all together? Case closed. This is how your justice ends. Shido-san, my job is complete.
I've told you not to call me by name. Regardless, all that's left is to deal with the remnants.
The continued deaths of these teenagers would be a bit much, don't you think? I considered making it appear they had a falling out, but that would only amplify public frenzy. It would be best to have each of them meet with an unfortunate accident once the storm blows over.
Is there any possibility they'll want to avenge their leader?
No chance. They're nothing but cattle anyway. They have no backbone without his guidance. I will keep my eye on them just in case, though.
I'll be counting on you.
They will live their lives cowering in fear of death. An apt punishment for obstructing our work.
Make sure to kill that strange cat once you find it as well.
Understood. Though I doubt there's anything to worry about. It's merely a cat, after all. More importantly, they should be dealing with the suicide right about. Things will become quite busy once the word gets out. I'll need to prepare my comments on the matter.
I must be prepared to deal with it on my... Beyond that, what of the director of the Special Investigations Unit?
Perhaps he'll be struck by a mysterious illness sometime soon.
No. He can't be... even me. God damn it. She...
What was all that about? The Phantom Thief Alibaba? Who is...
I am Alibaba, a member of the Phantom Thieves. I inquire as to your justice, Sai Nijima.
How do they know I have this?
Goro Akechi is evil. He didn't come to interrogate the captured Phantom Thief. He came to kill him.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
Don't trust the guard either. He's an accomplice as well. Now then, I'll tell you detailed steps to take.
You must save him.
You want me to save him?
Huh?
What is it?
Nothing. Anyway, what brings you here? I thought you were done with your business.
Did anyone else stop by? Nobody?
There'd be no reason for anyone else to come down here.
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So it's all true.
Of course it's true.
It's Akechi-kun. He had to take a sudden call, so he won't be able to make it down today.
Huh?
I've been asked to handle things instead.
You?
You know, if you stay here, they'll likely get rid of you to eliminate any evidence. I suggest you go into hiding at once if you value your life.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't say a word of what transpired here. Trust nobody. Forget this ever happened.
And now we return to our continued report. This morning, the police have announced that they've detained a suspect who may in fact be the leader of the Phantom Thieves group. The suspect is reported to be a young
Anchon,
man who's...
can I get you to look over here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So he got caught. That group sure was something.
Yeah.
So the next shoot got me thinking. How about we have you do an idle thing, you know? That cool?
What a surprise. Defeated the one behind all this is just a minor.
But considering how quickly they announced his arrest, the police must surely be confident in the outcome of this case.
Well, I'll be. Goodness, look at you now. It's been a while, Ryuji.
Huh?
You
Yeah.
stopped visiting so abruptly, everyone was worried about you. It's your second year, right? Are you still doing track and field? I'd love to see you run again.
Also, the young man continues to remain silent, refusing to implicate any potential accomplices. However, considering the number of charges brought against him...
I wonder if something happened.
Yeah.
You seemed stumped for once. Not feeling it today?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not chiding you. Just do as normal at your own pace. With your skills, there's no need to worry about your future.
Normal. Right.
He's just a high school student. How do you think he was contacting the others?
The police here can search any online communications. His accomplices may slip up eventually.
Still, it seems the Phantom Thieves' most recent targets have gone comatose. Actual harm has been done here.
Given the lack of physical violence, their method is still a mystery. Regardless, the police are looking into attempted murder charges.
You never turned it in? That's quite the surprise. I thought I lost it this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Well, your grades are excellent. And you're student council president. I'm sure you'll be admitted anywhere you apply. That one Phantom Thief should have followed your example. You hear? It seems he was caught. Some high schooler. I wonder why he turned to a life of crime.
We also received information that the young man was placed on probation for assault.
Because of his previous record, he had to leave his hometown. Perhaps his motive lies there.
I believe your father can rest in peace now. That Phantom Thief could never have changed anything. Only a handful of people are qualified to alter the world. So you've been coming home late. That's what I've heard. I make a good playmate, you know.
We have breaking news. The young man being held in custody has committed suicide. The police have confirmed his death, although details have not been released. To repeat, the suspect has committed suicide while in
custody. This station will continue to report any further updates as they arrive.
methods now. Perhaps that's why he decided to take this course of action.
It can't be.
You're shitting me. We got him.
It would seem as though you have been killed. But why did you have to die? Do you remember? It seems you forgot an important fact while your consciousness was hazy. Indeed, your death was a necessity for your escape from certain doom. What a tremendous plan. How might you be capable of executing such a feat? Well then, let us rouse the memories which are missing.
Hey. You realized it too, then. It was our conversation about pancakes. There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me. My thoughts exactly. It was your social studies trip. We met him in the hallway of that TV station. There's no way that this is the first time he's heard my voice. This whole deal feels scary. Yeah. Okay.
I see. So we're going to use this place.
It'll be a gamble. I think it's gonna work. You can't...
It seems you finally remember. This game is not over yet. There are still things that must be done.
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent. However, the police intend on continuing this.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at...
Waiting upstairs. Go tell him to come on down. I'm gonna fetch him.
You're...
Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
It's ancient history now.
Man, that goddamn detective.
Look who's here.
Hey, you big bastard.
How have you been? You must be fine if you're joking around like that.
It truly is a relief.
I bet that moron Akechi don't...
Still, how'd you pull this off? Isn't this guy considered dead?
You weren't told anything? I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave...
I didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell boss?
We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead. What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Enemy? Fake?
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to
True culprit? I see. So you guys were going...
It was Goro Akechi. You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, did...
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect. Besides, neither you nor the other
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit. In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move.
God. So what was this mistake?
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice. Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, our apologies. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality. It's a change in cognition.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something.
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just... But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it.
Oh, I know a place! I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here!
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake. That meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
It seemed odd upon further... That said, we weren't so That's... I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planting. My heart was pounding while I was
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a...
That was just an... After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal.
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and public security...
Is this for real?
Yes, the guard will be one of ours.
So they
Well then, I will make the arrangement, and thus, the day when he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil.
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think...
He's no ace detective. Akechi... On top of that, someone with great authority. That's why we had to... We baited Akechi into Sis's palace.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions...
What can...
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're...
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing. You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortion.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed, but to be honest, I didn't quite understand it. Yeah.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she can...
I did have, but I just couldn't contain myself any. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I'm sorry I couldn't see.
That goes for the both of us.
And regarding its location...
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room. Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
There was also one more thing we absolutely... A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in...
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work. They looked no different from actual living people.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
Everything went as planned, however. It was then that we were met with a terrifying as a result. Even though we managed to grab the treasure. Except that was all an act. We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand, and merely acted like we were taking... This was because we knew the police.
We made sure before the operation that the police... And just as expected...
Him getting captured by the police went...
And I had been interrogating him with no... But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive...
All I needed were the coordinates.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious. It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you took.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his... By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real...
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Huh. I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking...
I'm so... even...
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been... That persuasion was easily our goal. We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. I see. Either way, I can't believe you went for such...
if we could just tell you the true culprit's plan. I knew
As a result, we emerged.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit.
Yes.
This is...
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill a... But what did you do about the...
The police never even checked it.
Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
The bad guys have that much influence?
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him. The callous use of violence, and even drugs, is utterly... If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, I'm truly glad.
I almost became one of your assailants as well.
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made...
Let's take a break for now, though. This old brain is pooped. Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together to talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word.
Are you sure?
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs. It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town.
Let us accept his offer.
That sounds familiar.
It's me.
Enter.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct?
No. More importantly, you've done...
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take...
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thief.
All possible hindrances are now gone.
And on to our next story, the snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together.
Have you figured out who's behind?
Akechi accidentally let that slip. He said, Shido-san.
Shido?
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has...
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
I believe he's a politician. Remember
For real?
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Huh?
Do you have some kind...
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that. First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdown. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this upcoming election.
No!
Did he set us up with that election in...
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest...
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapse. We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what... Mom...
Shido, huh?
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in it, just based on the connections I had from my previous job. I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido. From the moment Wakaba died, I had but there wasn't anything I could do. So I chose to protect Futaba.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get...
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdown. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated party. Boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this was the mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day.
What's going to happen to this country if Shido...
The issue is simply this is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will.
We gotta expose that!
Yeah, we'll do... Then let's check the map.
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for Prime Minister. Got a hit! Well, duh, it ain't a
Where would the location...
What kind of things go through a...
I always think of dirty money and shady
What does he do? And where?
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent. How about...
We got a hit!
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet Building?
Our next target's the big shot politician Hell yeah! Nobody against?
Of course!
He will...
Let's... Time for...
All we got...
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the meta...
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by...
It's best we hurry before they discover that...
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the Diet Building after... Ms. Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
That's what I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing would be for nothing.
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves, and he has ruined countless lives. And even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist. A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abomination. We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed. Everyone's gonna flip.
You guys thought through all...
We're intellectuals, you know.
That's why you needed such a daring trick as getting captured in a
But the true battle. We won the first round, but we must...
Yeah.
These people tried to trap and kill us. We will need to be prepared for...
I finally made it. Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy. Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted it. If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic, and erased any trace.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could... And when someone like that said he'd support me...
It's because I sympathized with you. I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the...
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled... I only need you using that...
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just...
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side, until recently.
Astounding, isn't it? He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests. The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother.
I must have...
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political... Which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated. And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished. Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception, with their management in my pocket, keeping them in check with ease.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged,
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the best.
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Even the government parties have begun splitting up. The time has finally come. However, inauguration isn't my goal. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifice. That is my... Your assistance has been very influential in when I become Prime Minister.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country. Perhaps surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my study.
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desire.
I am thinking about the future, though.
Guess you won't be going to school for a while. Don't worry about it. This... And...
Well, how do I put this?
Well then.
I should write something.